Yeah, I finally found it. The worst gun in Titanfall 2. This dirty stick I found on the ground. Like, what am I even doing? Bringing this thing into live fire? Our most competitive elite mode in Titanfall? No, that's just crazy. Rename this thing the Lobotomizer. Because you gotta be stupid to use it. Look how terribly inconsistent it is. Just took 3 shots to down that one dude. And now look at it this time. It one-shots a guy. That makes no sense. Then you put on amped weapons. You don't know if it's going to one-shot one guy to the body or maybe just one-shot 2 guys to the head. What? It's a projectile weapon. Just because it has a huge spread doesn't mean it's going to help me. What am I going to start doing? Aiming down sights? This is Titanfall. We don't do that stuff around here. Catch you aiming down sights. We'll run you right out of town. Run you right out of Eden. Maybe Colony, because that comes out in the next couple days. Yeah. Look at this guy jumping up, trying to go super fast. Like, there's no way you're going to hit him with a projectile weapon. There isn't even any good sniping maps in Titanfall. They didn't put any nice open areas with great towers in the center and great sight lines. You're never going to find that in this game. And I'm even going to have to mobilize myself with this big sniper. It probably weighs like 5 pounds or something like that because it's all worried about how it looks. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm so sophisticated with my nice scope. All sleek in a little package, unlike the Kraber where you can't even see past it. It's so buff. People make it sound like it's just so easy. I'm just going to slide in there and what? You can't just aim this thing down in sights. Gotta shoot it off the hip. Yeah, I'm going to shoot a sniper off the hip. Like, what are the odds of like 1 in 100 of hitting a guy like that? 1 in 200? Like, I'm not a gambling man, but those odds are terrible. Where am I going to find an ordnance that's going to help me direct my bullets right into some guy's head? That's not going to happen. This is just crazy. Something that's going to tell me where they're coming from. Where am I going to find these futuristic tools? And then I have to start leading my bullets with this projectile weapon? That's not going to happen. People are running around with stim. This is goddamn impossible. It's not possible for me to know where they're going to jump or if they get 2 or 3 or 4 jumps. Momentum, like, they could just jump in any kind of direction. Let me tell you right now, there's absolutely no way to know where these people are going. No way. It's not like the grappling hook. It just swings around, phase shift. If there was some sort of trail or way to hear it, that would help. Otherwise, there's no way to tell where anybody's going. Just randomly throwing ordnances and hoping it hits somebody. And you know what I noticed about the double take? If you try to use this thing, you constantly have to switch up weapons. Like, if you want to go from far range, because it's a sniper, right? What am I going to do? I can't just bring this thing home for dinner. No one wants to see that thing there. This is something you leave outside. It's just a stick, a dirty stick. I suggest you leave it in the bush where you found it. You don't want anything to do with it. Because then when you really need to get up close and personal, you're going to have to switch to a gun. And every time I have to switch, like, I have 2 paddles on I'd have to add an extra paddle if I want to be able to switch weapons. I'm not going to go and press Y like a scrub. I don't have that kind of time. Like, where am I supposed to find the time to learn how to aim a sniper and as well as use a pistol? Because I have to use both. It's not 1 weapon, it's 2 weapons. Everybody else can just use your primary. They can bring in an anti-Titan gun to attrition. But with a sniper, I don't even get one. I end up having to rely on things like fire stars to get me damage and hitting their crit spots. That's no way to build a Titan meter. That's just dumb. Why would I ever switch to a fire star to help me build meter? It takes like 22 seconds to recharge a fire star. There's no way to cut that in half. There's no kind of perk. There's no kind of power up. There's no guy feeding me these things. Where's the resupply guy? I need more medics as well. I want my guy to go Uber, but still be able to use a sniper gun. Because I deserve that. Sniping in this game is way too hard. Unless you get headshots, then it's probably alright. But this is definitely a terrible weapon. Don't listen to that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm gonna have to post up here with my pistol. And then I'm going to have to switch to my sniper depending on what's going on. Like, there's just so much decision making to this. Like, why do I have to do so much? Constantly switching. Look, oh, I hear a noise out. I have to look at the radar to judge how far they are depending on what weapon I'm going to use. Like, that's just way too much work. I'm also going to need to have cat-like reflexes, make really fast decisions knowing what weapon to pull off. Can I make jump shots with this? No, you can't do stuff like that. You know what? Let's just make our life easier and use some phase shift. God, I hate phase shift. I can't believe that didn't get patched. I am so bitter about that. We're just about at the end of this video, but I just wanted to tell you guys about the double take because this is one of those weapons that has not been getting a lot of attention. I know Benji just wrecks with it, but he's on PC, so it's slightly different there to make shots. The double take on the console gives you that nice line between the projectile size, which makes it easier to hit people. It has decent speed. Amped weapons makes it so it's a more reliable one-shot to the body, like the Kraber. But the difference is that with the double take, you have to use the amped guns in order to bring it to that level. Unlike the Kraber, that is always a one-shot potential. With the double take, you have to make more headshots if you want that. And when you do have amped weapons at greater lengths, you do have to get headshots if you want to reliably one-hit people. And coming from the console side, I find this a lot easier to use than the Kraber. Even without amped weapons, you're still able to get a lot of one-hit kills once you get more comfortable, because the headshots are a lot easier than you think once you learn to kind of wait for your turn to shoot instead of always trying to hit them when they have more options in the air. Anyways, that's the stuff we're going to be covering in the future. Thanks for watching. I'm Paper, Cut2U, and I'll see you guys next time.